Welcome to Twin Talks. I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nikki.
And today we're going to talk about what Christmas actually means for you. What does it mean for you, Nick?
Well, you know what? I've always liked Christmas, even as a kid. But when we were kids, it was smaller. We had, we have like 4 kids. So our parents they were always good at, seeing what we wanted, but it was really simple compared to now. So that's what I like about it. We used to spend time together as a family, and we used to play together, the kids, all of us, and I liked that time as a kid. It should be time for you to relax, be around your family, and reflect together, and that's really all it is. I always bring it, because we are Christian, we would go to church and there would be rituals on that front, and I still keep that up, and I think it's a big part of mine, but it might not be for yours.
No.
What's Christmas for you?
Well, when I was a kid, I love the magic of Christmas. I love the innocence of being a kid, and when I see the little kids, I always get excited for them. Yeah. I love the carols, the lights, the Advent time of Christmas, leading up to Christmas.
Love that, yeah.
I love spending time with the family and with my husband and with you.
Yeah.
And I love the coziness and the joy in the people. I just wish people could always be so joyous.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? It's like it's something about the year, the time of year that people seem to open up and be kind, and that's how it always should be. But I do remember Christmas being great. We're gonna date ourselves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
We get toys like Merlin. Remember Merlin?
We just had one.
Operation.
Yeah.
Operation. Mr. Mouse.
And we would play all these games the whole day.
Yeah.
Like with the brothers and everybody who would come over.
Remember
Mastermind and Merlin.
And so it was one of those, it was the memories of just playing the games all day, and it could take forever, but it just seemed like such a fun time.
Do you remember when, like for us, the junk food, we could have junk food. It wasn't like that, but Coke, like having a can of Coke, they'd give us the can or the bottles, and like they were, like our parents were pretty liberal over Christmas for that. So I remember just having my Coke and my little clementines and my mom's Jamaican patties.
And the candy canes, oh my God.
It was great.
I still haven't had a candy cane to this day because I OD'd on candy.
They killed them. I killed them. Yes. We used to eat them all the time.
But Christmas is a happy time for a lot of people, but for some it's not that easy. So I think that people need to be mindful on what it means for certain people, right?
Yeah, I mean, with Christmas, it always stokes up these kinds of memories.
Yeah.
But we got to just quickly, not to put the rain on the parade, but to shout out for people who've had a tough year.
Yes.
Or have lost people.
Yeah.
It might not be so easy this year, but remember the good times and try and start, and try and do your best throughout the year.
And create new memories. I find that it always changes. Whether you're married, single, or experience a loss, you can always change the meaning of Christmas. The meaning of Christmas comes from within, and it's what you make it. So if this year you don't feel like hanging out with the family, then don't feel pressure. Just don't. Stay in your room and read or sleep or do whatever you want. It shouldn't be a time of year where it's too
stressing
miserable.
all the time.
That's right. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves with regard to getting the right gift and spending a fortune and then feeling bankrupt.
Let me ask you this:
What?
When you start feeling guilty, because I'm starting to stress too, a little. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Sometimes, I leave things to the last minute.
Really?
But what did you get
idea.
last year, Nad?
I don't remember.
What'd you get 2 years ago, Nad?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's my point.
I can't remember.
That's
Let me think about
my point. What do we remember? I remember having fun with people, but I don't remember the gifts because it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
so
but
do what you can.
Nikki,
Do what you can. Okay.
Some people measure the gift, right?
Yeah.
And I sometimes think that, the adults get just as grubby as the kids. And so I think we need to be mindful of that. You can make a really good gift and you can spend hours making the gift, and it's just an amazing thing. I'd rather have like something homemade.
But I'm not putting pressure on somebody who's going to be materialistic like that. To me, it's more time when somebody knits you something or somebody creates something. So if we're going to sit there and tit for tat and measure out, I spent 100 here and you know what? You've lost the meaning, and I'm not going down that road.
No.
Like last time I checked, I'm an average person who can't afford to just be blowing stuff and then having to come back in January going like, look at the bill. I'm not doing that.
But we got to question why
you
people
shouldn't
do
need
that.
anything other than the people around you.
Why do people do that though?
Because they want to, and there's probably a little bit of social pressure, but don't go down that path. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. If you wake up with the people around you, if we learn nothing from this year, that is what we should have learned.
Right.
What's important here is the people around you and the memories you make together. And so if it's a small gift, it's a small gift. And many people this year might need to go small. And I think it's a great lesson for everybody. Young people, adults, old people. People's lives, in some cases, have done well. Some people have really lost everything. And everyone's just going to lower the bar and remember why you're celebrating.
That's correct.
It's not about all the money. And if you don't have any money, then you don't have any money.
Yeah.
That's it.
I remember last year I just said, we're not doing gifts. We're not. And that was it. That's okay.
And you know what?
And
We still lived. We had a great Christmas meal and nobody's crying over it. Nobody did last year. No. You know, the kids are old enough to just get it. Well, and that's fine. And as adults, we need to set the parameters and make sure that they remember, because there's a lot of pressure for adults and for young people to get the right stuff.
Nikki. We put it on ourselves, and there's no need for it. So I'm just saying, you know what? Everybody just needs to chill.
Yeah.
And enjoy their holiday with family or not. No pressure around it. You don't want to be with family that you find your family stressful.
Don't be with them.
Don't be with them. You're making it up if you think you have to. There's 24 hours in Christmas, like every other day. You can visit your family.
Anytime on Christmas
during the day,
or in the 2 weeks or the whatever, that time leading up, and you create what you need.
That's right.
Yeah. And so you know what? If you go to church, you go to church. If you don't go to church, you don't go to church. If you want to sit there and visit your family and you're in the bubble, do it. If you can't do it because of COVID, then you can't do it because of COVID. You do your best.
Yeah. You can make your own gift. Your family could also have a secret Santa where you buy one gift and put a price tag around it. It could be no more than $50 or no more than $60, and then you can buy one, and then it could be a game. Or you could also consider giving a donation to a group, right?
A charity.
And it could help other people. What you give is, you could give the gift of giving to somebody else.
That's amazing. And with that in mind, you could go to Facebook or Instagram and support the Pets Rescue Tale on Facebook or Instagram. When you go in there, you can make a donation on behalf of yourself or the person that you're giving the gift to, and then you will get a direct donation in your name to the rescue. Right? So that would help. So Rescue Tale greeting cards is where I would go if I wanted to help out the animals that need rescuing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea too. Thank you very much.
So, Merry Christmas, everyone. We want to genuinely sincerely thank you for tuning in with us every Sunday. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas holiday. Merry Christmas on behalf of Twin Talks.
Merry Christmas. And if you like us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
See you next time on Twin Talks.
Thank you.